Hello everyone on YouTube, it is I, Rayman, and I'm not gonna move because I wanna just address something. See, I'm fully aware of the fact that in a few hours from now, today, I'm hearing that we're gonna hear about the final fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, at least in the Fighter Pass. And I wanna at least say this much. Thank you everyone. Thank you all for supporting me to get into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I won't say that I am the final fighter in Smash, because that's ridiculous. I don't know for sure who is. But I at least ask you one thing in return. Please be respectful to anyone who is fans of the character who gets announced today. Look, I understand. We may not have all asked for Hero. We may not have all asked for Terry. But what I do know is, someone out there did ask for these characters. Like, for me personally, I honestly, sadly, have never gotten any fighter I wanted badly this game. And I've actually been recovering from last game in Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, in fact. There were characters I liked that I did end up getting, and I was happy for, but when the DLC was announced, and that fake leak of yours truly, of course, happened, I just was completely discouraged. While everyone was celebrating and going nuts over Bayonetta, I have to be honest, I was just reluctantly looking at the screen and just being like, yay, congratulations, I'm glad it all worked out for you in the end. And I was actually quite heartbroken. But what I am asking you at least, if you have any decency, before you dislike the video or even hate on me and yell at me with bad comments and complaining that I'm whining when I'm not. I even said I congratulate others. I mean, what kind of whiny fan does that? If anything, I'm being a good sport at least about that. And remember, it's okay to be disappointed. People will be disappointed. Not everyone will get who they want. And like I said, before you even do anything, at least ask yourself this question. Did you already get who you want? Did you want Ridley, King K. Rool, the Belmonts, maybe even Banjo? What if you wanted Joker, or Hero, or Terry? If you wanted more than any of these characters, from a good chunk to even just straight up all of them, I'm just being serious and honest when I say this. You can't be in the position to get mad at me, because unlike everyone else, I'm one of the few unlucky individuals who didn't get anyone that I wanted per se. I tolerate them and I'm okay with them being in the game, but I didn't get anyone I wanted yet, and I'm still having to go through it. And that's why I hate when I see people yell online when a character gets in over someone they want. Think about it. There's some people, maybe they only wanted Terry, and they're happy. They finally got their big wish. Think of it in this perspective. You've all gotten your happy ending, while I have not. Or even a better example. What about Waluigi? We all know he's the big meme character. Now think to yourself this. Did anyone guess Piranha Plant would be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Of course not, and if you say you did, you're just kidding yourself. But then, what happens when that day came, and then later on, a Fire Piranha Plant now joins Mario Tennis Aces? When I saw that, I was just laughing, but I also felt bad because Waluigi, he wasn't safe in even the one game he was welcomed in. And Piranha Plant just showed up there. It's like, it's cool, but you gotta admit, Piranha Plant was just kinda just laughing it off and just being like, I was in that one game, Smash. Now I'm in this one too, and it's just kinda like gloating. For me, it feels like as if I go through a job interview and I didn't get the job, while everyone else did. and everyone's just gloating and partying outside my dorm while I'm just hearing them be happy while I'm just upset or disappointed. If you get this reference, then you deserve a like, and I might even do a shout out for you if you completely get this reference. But what I do know is at least this much. I understand that there will be characters people don't want, and there'll be characters that they do want that get into Smash. So, could you at least, for the sake of decency and humanity, at least try to be happy for those who got who they want in Smash? And I know it's hard to almost impossible to ask for. Maybe instead of just asking for a fighter that you want, maybe you could wish for the best of luck for someone else to get who they want. You know. And to be quite frank, I would also prefer that if you have to be mean and harsh and yell at me, at least be respectful and critical in your comment, okay? And not to sound threatening, but I personally have not been doing very well this year. All I can say is I've kind of been through some personal affairs. And I won't get into any details about it because this is just me being respectful to other fans and kind of putting out like a PSA, you could call this. So, I'm gonna be getting ready for the announcement, and I'm gonna try to keep my head up high. And yes, my fellow buddies, Gino, Crash, the others, if you saw my other video, you know that I have some friends. We're all gonna be there watching the announcement for the final fighter. And also, don't forget, this is only the fighter pass for the first 5. Sakurai already stated there are more coming out, so who knows? Maybe I'll get a shot, maybe your character will get in eventually. The point is, it ain't over until Sakurai declares, that's it, that's all we're getting, and that's the end of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. When that day comes, then you can do whatever you want. You can gloat and brag. Preferably don't do that, trust me, you really shouldn't. And maybe you could even just be comforting your friends or family who are disappointed. Just please try to be good sports about this, alright? I know I'm just one voice, and my opinion probably doesn't matter to you, but the facts are facts. Sakurai could have very much just ended it there, without any of this. He could have just said Piranha Plant was the dead last and just called it a day. But he's doing this for all of us, because he wants to make us all as happy as he can, and he knows he can't please all of us. Also, I don't want to hear any more of this, oh, your character's too obscure excuse. I mean, remember what he just said about in Terry's video during the presentation? Something around the lines of, a character can be in Smash as long as they are fun. It doesn't matter if they're recognizable or not. As long as they play well and are fun to play with, that's enough for him to put him in Smash. So, what I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna just say this much. I'm hoping to see maybe myself or Rayman in Smash, and if not, maybe Crash or Gino. Some, as I call, desperate picks I would be fine with, or maybe someone like Doomslayer, or maybe Lara Croft, but I'm not holding out on her. And of course, maybe even some others, like the unlikely ones, like Bandana Waddle Dee, perhaps. But yeah, at least try to be respectful to other fans, okay? That's all I'm asking you. And I guess worst case scenario, at least I'm in Brawlhalla. And it's like I tell everyone, Smash Brothers will survive with one less fan. And I guess that's fine by me. Besides, after all, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate already became the best fighting game, even though it wasn't meant to be a fighting game originally, and has sold more than any other Smash game hands down. So I guess one less fan just means one less tick on the hairy battlefield, I suppose. But, anyways, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like what I had to say. But just remember, I was not trashing anyone else to get into Smash. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I did at least make an example of what I meant by, let's just say, yeah, what I just said about the Piranha Plant thing with Mario Tennis Aces. Can you imagine what that feels like to have a character be in one game but then get into another game when someone else from same game just didn't get in? Yes, I know it's Waluigi and he's a meme, but don't forget, Ridley's a meme and he's in Smash, King K. Rool's a meme and he's in Smash, even Sans. So when you see something like that, you can't help but feel a little upset for those who didn't get who they want. And in all honesty, I kind of feel like Sakurai maybe shouldn't have went with the slogan. To be honest, when you say something as enticing as something like "everyone is here," it gives everyone this false hope that anyone can truly be in. And us Smash fans are infamous for the fact that we kind of misconstrued this meaning. When we hear "everyone is here," to us it's like anybody who's anybody will be in the game. So when you don't get in the game, we're gonna be jerks and just laugh and say your character's a nobody, too big a nobody to be in the game. Is that fair? Look, you can always say you wish or like a character to be in Smash and all that, but try not to be greedy, selfish, and ungrateful to others. Because sometimes it feels better to just be happy for others than just have yourself be happy. Because, best case scenario, we still have a really good game with a lot of characters. And maybe you already got who you want. For me, quite frank, I had to deal with the fact I had to sit there with my brother and my friends. They're all cheering and shouting and being all happy and excited while I'm just sitting there awkwardly being like, well, I'm glad you're happy, and I've always congratulated everyone when they got who they want. Both my brother and a friend of mine, they got exactly who they wanted, including those he didn't expect to ever see. So, at least try to put yourself in my shoes, and understand that much. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching my video if you made it to the end, and I wish all of you best of luck. I'm Rayman, and I just want to say thank you everyone. Thank you, my fellow fans. Goodbye.